In the Tower of Alchemy, remember that tower represents Magdalene. Magdalene means tower. Magdala means strong tower. In this meditation, we imagine a table inside our heart and we project that table into a life-size table, which is indigo. And we put on our sacred robes and we imagine our silver slippers, and we are seated at the table with our hands on our zodiacal sign. We imagine the Holy Grail, and we see a light descending into the Holy Grail, and the Holy Grail begins to speak. And Mary Magdalene is the teacher of Holy Grail science and magic. So as we're seated at the table, I immediately see butterflies flying around and laser beams hitting our third eye, and we are immediately transported to our child self, seated in school, filling out Valentine cards on Valentine's Day. There are hearts everywhere. I was told 2.14. So 2.14 represents help from spirit guides. This means the butterflies is that we are being helped. Have the heart of a child at this time, and be aware that we are developing 3 rings of power, which represents pi, and pi is 3.14, not 2.14. The name Earth actually is the name heart. The new Earth isn't going to be named Earth because Earth represents ears. It starts with ear. We have learned to hear the invisible Holy Spirit. So now we are hearing with our heart, and this is the new Earth, which is like a heart, like Valentine's Day. And so let's read from the Sophia Code what Mary Magdalene has to say about 3.14, because remember, we as bitten apples only operate with 2 rings of power, which means that we suffer with the world. But when we develop a 3rd ring of power, which is inclusive of not just the moon and the earth, but the sun, and when that 3rd ring of power descends upon your biofield, then you can spin new worlds and new realities and help create the new earth. Let's read what Mary Magdalene has to say. On page 184 in the Sophia Code, Mary Magdalene says, I am the Holy Spirit with the power to simultaneously exist in the flesh. I am the Oversoul, pi 3.14159. I am the higher self traveling beyond the speed of light. I am the holy human chalice filled with my sovereign creator self, which is also Phi 1.618. My higher self is the voice of my oversoul, instructing me in the details of my destiny. My higher self is called the Holy Spirit, the great counselor, the peace that passeth all understanding. At this time, all of you need to place your faith in trusting the voice of your higher self. I place my faith in the perfect guidance of the great counselor within me, as my higher self intimately speaking to me, now and always, ever guiding me in the fulfillment of my soul's destiny. As you are doing the meditations and you are speaking to the ring of power, to the chalice, you are speaking to many who represent the one infinite God. And if they appear as Mary Magdalene or the chalice, it is a piece or fragment of God or source. Trust in what you're seeing and trust in the communications. And if you get a communication that's negative, it's not coming from God. Because remember, what man intends for evil, God intends for good. The Holy Spirit is a 3rd ring of power that creates new worlds. You have the ability to take 2.14 and shift it to 3.14. You have the ability to take evil and turn it into good. It's a Valentine's party today. Yay!